Good morning, guys. This is me, Rusty, 78609, Central Texas, USA. This is October the 21st, 2016 at 10:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. 70 degrees this morning, a little cooler. Got a little cool front come through. Had a cool front come through. And weather's perfect for, guess what? It's perfect for going camping. So I probably am gonna go car camping, Prius camping next week, possibly, unless something changes, which I don't know that it will. But anyway, for you new guys that just stumbled into this channel, my name is Rusty. I have full-time RV. I've done that for 23 years. And I also go car camping in my Toyota Prius. I got a 2013 Toyota Prius Package 2. And I can set it up, ready to go camping pretty damn quick now, because I've been doing it for about 4 years. I've probably done it, a dozen times for 100 days or more, I guess. But I'm planning on doing that. I've got a new bed arrangement. I got me what you call a crib bed, a bed for a baby crib. It's a little short for me because I'm 6'2", but that's not a problem. I overcame that pretty quick by adding a little flat storage box at the end of the bed, which works out perfectly because I can store some clothes in that. And with my comforter, it makes a nice pad, so I don't even notice that it's not part of the mattress. So that works out pretty good. Anything else? I don't cook while I'm camping. I just either stop and go in a grocery store and pick up some stuff, or get some stuff out of my ice chest that I brought with me. And I take fruits, a few veggies, I take some walnuts, yogurt. I always take my beer. I take beer with a screw cap top. Miller Lite makes a 16-ounce can that's got a little screw top can. You put the lid back on it. And the reason I do that is twofold. One is when you're camping, the bugs will try to get in your drink. And if you have that cap, you can just put it back on there and it won't be bothered. Also, for me, since I'm 71 years old, and sometimes in the evening I'll drink one or two or three, and I may not finish the last one, so I just screw that cap on there and keep it overnight till the next day. A penny saved is a penny earned, right? So where am I going? Well, let's talk about car camping a minute. Is it difficult? No, nothing to it. You can go camping in any car you got. I guarantee you, just that some work out better than others. The Toyota Prius works out perfect because the right side can be set up for a 26 by 84 inch bed pretty damn easily. And if you're curious about that, I have some playlists on my home page for Prius camping. Just click on it and you can see exactly how to set it up. And it would work the same for any car. Basically there's no, any car where the back seats fold forward, the front seat folds up, and all that stuff. A lot of those ideas would apply to just about any car. And I also have some tips for people at RV if you're into that. Just check out my playlists on my homepage. Homepage is Rusty78609, all lowercase, no spaces. Why is it called Rusty78609? Well, when I started this, folks, I had no idea that I was going to continue it. None. So the first thing I came up with was Rusty78609, and it's been there for a few years. So now I guess I'll change it. In fact, I'm sure I will. It's a gray day. Perfect day for traveling, actually. And when I go car camping, I do a lot of driving. because on this trip that I tentatively have planned, it'll probably be about 1,700 mile round trip in about 7 days, probably. Go out through El Dorado. Everybody else would pronounce it El Dorado, which means the golden in Spanish. But it's another way to go. Instead of going out I-10 from Central Texas, where I live, to New Mexico, I can go another highway and go through some smaller towns. I don't have to drive so fast, and I like it. And I've also found out that in some of those little towns, they have places where you can camp overnight, and I'm going to check them out, because what I plan to do is cut my driving time in half and drive 3.5 hours the first day to a stop, and then the next day would be 3.5 hours to Guadalupe Mountains for a night or two, and then over to New Mexico, southern part near Deming. There's a state park called Rockhound State Park, and you can actually go there. I think you can pick up 15 pounds of rocks and take them home if you want to. I don't really care about that, but it's a neat little place. It's a state park. They have showers, and that's why I go there. And then I'll go on up to Gila Cliff Dwellings, probably. This is just a tentative plan, subject to change at my whim. And but it makes a nice little loop. It's pretty weather at Gila Cliff Dwellings. The weather this morning was like 39 degrees for the low, which was chilly. But if you prepare for the coolest temperature on your camping trips, if you're prepared for that, everything else will work out. Because you layer it on and layer it off. Works out great. And that's what I do, so that way I don't have to take so much stuff, and I take the minimum. For wine, I take a box, those little 3-liter boxes, because if you take a glass bottle, sometimes it'll rattle, and I don't like to listen to that while I'm driving, because I do a lot of driving. I'm going to take my little porta potty I made, and for you guys that go camping, if you go camping in areas where it's either going to be really crowded, and you may have to wait for those little porta potties in line. I don't like to do that. In fact, I don't do it. You can make you a toilet using a small bucket, and then get some of that. It's called pipe wrap, called for winterizing a pipe. You can get it at Lowe's Hardware. Put it around the lid. You'll see it on my playlist. But yeah, there's all kind of things to do it. But I've done car camping in my Prius so many times now that it's finally, for the last few times, finally getting to the point it's enjoyable. The first few times I went, it was enjoyable, but it was a little difficult because I didn't have everything arranged, and when you're camping, that can make it really difficult. I don't know, I noticed these videos are dark, and I don't know why. I'm sure it's my camera, but I can't lighten it up. I checked it this morning, and it looks like it's almost dark outside, but it's not. It's okay. It's fairly bright, actually. It's overcast, but I guess it's the cheap camera I've got. I use an LG G Stylo from Cricket Wireless. It's got a 8 megapixel camera for that one, the one you're seeing this video through, and then the front facing camera is a 5 megapixel, and you can adjust the brightness, but when you're taking a video, it doesn't have a setting for that, or at least I didn't see it. It's got an automatic and a manual, and I set it on both, and it didn't make any difference. So, but anyway, for car camping, you guys that enjoy getting outdoors and don't want to go in a tent, car camping's the way to go, because you can camp in the tent areas at national parks, state parks, Bureau of Land Management, Corps of Engineers. You can go do what they call dispersed camping, which basically is like boondocking, where you just go out and find you a spot and camp. You can do that on government land. Any federal lands, you can do that. And I've done that several times. It's okay. You just have to have everything with you. Be sure you got toilet paper. There are places on Bureau of Land Management that'll have an improved campground where they'll have one of those, I call them porta potties. They call them something else. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been out camping, you've seen them. As far as bugs, this time of the year, they won't be too bad. They start picking up in April all the way through the summer. And then in the fall, they lighten up a little bit. At least that's been my experience in northwestern Texas and New Mexico. In Colorado, believe it or not, you run into mosquitoes. Yep. I was in Crestone, Colorado last year. I was going to stay the night, but I got out of the car for about a minute and I was covered with mosquitoes, and I immediately got back in and went to another spot. And unfortunately, it was crowded, and I ended up staying at a Walmart. Is Walmart a bad place to stay? No. I haven't stayed there much, but the times I've stayed there, I didn't have any problems. And you can check on the internet for you car campers or whoever and see which Walmarts allow it and which don't. And if you really want to be perfect, you can contact the store and ask the store manager. I usually don't. I usually just go on the internet. If it says it's okay, I just go, and if I see other campers there, I do it. But anyway, I'm in Central Texas, USA right now, and I'm coming up on I'm near Kingsland, Texas. I'm coming up on the Llano River, which is basically just a little stream this time of the year. This is the Llano River, the low water crossing. I've seen the water across this bridge where you couldn't even see that flood gauge. Doesn't happen often, but every now and then, old river decides to clean itself out, or Mother Nature does. It's a nice day. I like days like this. I was sitting at home and piddling. I feel sorry for all you people that are keeping up with these politics. I really do, because you got to be brain dead by now. Good God Almighty. You know, they have climbed in people's heads. I bet you there's been a lot of people had heart attacks. Really bad, really bad. But I'm 71, folks, and I'm not going to start a revolution. So whatever they do, they'll have to do it without me. I've got my green tea and my dark chocolate. What? These aren't dark chocolate almonds, they're dark chocolate something else. Went to the dermatologist yesterday. He removed a spot on my head, which I rarely go that they don't remove a spot, because removing those spots about $150 a pop. So if I was a dermatologist, would I remove some spots? Probably. But anyway, he said that if I didn't hear from him early this morning, that it was nothing. So that's 10:30 or whatever. Yeah, 10:30. I haven't heard anything, so I guess it ain't much. Sometimes it's what they call a seborrheic something keratosis, which is nothing. But knock on wood, We're all going to die of something. I just don't want to be in any hurry about it. So, car campers, hang in there. When I go car camping, I'll take some videos. I mean, even though, it's a funny thing. I go car camping, you'd think those videos would do pretty good as far as people viewing them. They don't. About like this. I mean, this video right here will get about 100 views. Not that I give a damn, but then I look at some of these other guys, like Nomadic Fanatic or whatever his name is. He gets 30,000 views a day or some crap. Shit, I don't know how he does it. It's him and his cat. I guess that's it. Well, he does. He actually works at it. I mean, he's got all kind of cameras and stuff. I mean, it's a lot more professional setup than what I'm doing. Using my $90 LG G Stylo phone, Cricket. Oh, I got to tell you this too. Then I better shut this thing off. My Wi-Fi service at my home, I get it from Rise Broadband. They provide rural Wi-Fi in Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Utah, and a few other states. So if you live in the country, check them out. RISE, Rise Broadband. But anyway, my bill 2 months ago was $58 for 1 month. 5 megabytes download, basically 150 gigs a month, which is unlimited for me. But anyway, I saw a pop-up on my computer, pop-up ad from them the other day on my computer, and I called the 800 number. They were having a special for new customers. Basically, it was $14.99 plus $10 for some kind of something, $25 a month. And so I called and got the girl on the phone, and she said, well, it's only in Utah. I said, well, I don't live in Utah. She said, well, I can give it to you. I said, okay. So she did. She fooled around there and did some clicking and stuff, and I checked my account yesterday morning and I had a $31 credit. Yeah, they actually backdated it. Wow. But yeah, so now my Wi-Fi at home, instead of being $58 a month, is going to be $27 with tax, or $27 including tax. So anyway, I got to get off this thing. Anyway, guys, maybe going car camping next month, or next week, next month. Boy, I'm telling you, the older you get, the more of those mistakes you make. Anyway, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem. Adios. Thank all you guys that subscribe. It's not going to get any better, unfortunately. This is the peak. I mean, this is actually a little airport on the left. The little community of Kingsland has a little, I guess you'd call it a grass airstrip. It's not much. You couldn't land a very big aircraft. But anyway, thumbs up again. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy American made when you can. If you can't, then do something else. So, bye-bye. Enjoy your day, folks. It is a beautiful day. Put a smile on your face.